Alright, now we move on to the final mode of the minigame mode, Rascals. Build a bridge to a rocket when your pieces by playing minigames. Okay, seems very standard for this little bit typical rules and standpoints, but even then though, we're just gonna have to jump in, shall we? So for this particular mode, I'm actually gonna be going with, I might say, I haven't played as Yoshi for a while, so even then though, that I will decide to actually decide to play as the one of everybody's fan favorite character in the Mario franchise, even for Yoshi series as for that matter, Yoshi himself. So yeah, as far as the other opponents are concerned, are going to be Daisy, Waluigi, even though we saw Daisy and Waluigi since Skull Scuffle, but we haven't seen Luigi since, well, obviously in the Step It Up mode. So this is how Rocket Rascals looks like. Basically, it's a mixture of how you can actually play some of these minigames every once in a while, and actually just trying to, if you win certain minigames of this particular mode, you actually obtain a piece, and if you're actually trying to win those minigames, you actually place them onto one of those specific places you want to place in. So, for instance, the minigame we're about to be running into is Dust Buddies. And basically, if I actually win this minigame though, that way it will allows me to actually just to select what placement do I have to place one of those specific pieces they need to be placed in. However though, that's how you do only have like 2 turns per round. Even then though, that it doesn't matter what time if you're actually trying to revisit to this particular mode. But it's always have to be the 20 turn scenario. So even then though, that you always have to come across into it. So yeah, that's pretty standard stuff. But even then though, sometimes that these little bridge parts can be a little bit randomized, depends on if you actually move on to the next minigame or what have you. So, even then though, it's not as like you can choose what piece you want to actually have, but even then though, it's all just a matter of just randomized pieces whenever you're trying to place in. But even then though, that's all that's entirely up to the roulette flipper to actually decide to choose what piece that actually comes with. So even then, this is not the piece I need, because obviously that I need to actually get ourselves a little bit of an opposite piece, which was actually that takes me to downwards. So even then, that sometimes that some pieces don't actually provide you to help you. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just I have to like, you know, do the button mashing and all that. Oh wait, I'm getting tired with these button mashing minigames to be honest. Well, let's see how I did. 34.8, so you know what that means? New record! By 3, well, in this case, 0, anyway, 0.3, centimeters, ahead. Was I believe in the United States of America, I think it calls it inches, because it makes it more likely a different measurement types of between each country, so that's what was worth mentioning. Okay, so next minigame we have is, well, Cherry Go Round. I was hoping I could win this time, but then if not, although, gradually speaking, I did quite well in Skull Scuffle, but not so much for the actual minigame itself. Let's just hope for God forbid I must start to use my left-handed. Sure, it might be really difficult for me because I was so used to with right-handed, but still, I think these other opponents are way far ahead for that little fast reaction timing. I'm pretty sure Daisy managed to get that piece, but even though I'm pretty sure that she might actually play somewhere a little bit too close to her. Which, truth be told speaking, I don't think she might actually go ahead, although she is placing it just over there. But even then, I think she needs to get herself her best piece that how this offers. So, in this case, the next piece I probably won't need, is this one. But even then, I need to get ourselves yet another. Okay, we got ourselves trash landing. But even then, though, since we already played this before as a dual variation, but now we're playing this as a 4-player variation, so that's worth mentioning throughout. One thing you might actually notice by now, the fact that if you somehow win, especially amongst with the other player did win for as a 2-way tie, 3-way tie, or 4-way tie, they won't get the piece at all. Like for instance, there was actually we actually managed to win on that minigame, but the game you know, the speech bubbles trying to say that we're not allowed to actually just to win in each of every single kind. Sometimes you might actually occasionally get into this lucky stuff, and then other times you ended up getting to unlucky departments, assuming if you actually come across into certain events throughout. Like, for instance, there was actually a way that if someone can actually get ourselves a 4-way or 4-crossed path, or in this case, the bridge. So if someone managed to win on any minigame for that matter, you'll manage to claim that piece and you can place that anywhere. So sometimes this mode can be a little bit too long, especially if during the bridge parts can be slightly randomized. And also judging by the fact that how new record. I gotta stop saying that. Sometimes I always do that, especially in the likes of Mario Party 10. Because back in Mario Party 10, there was no announcer whatsoever. Unless besides the point in Mario Party Star Rush actually has this new announcer, which makes it more doubtful. Okay, so when you actually let the text saying that you are one piece away, or in this case one piece left, this means you have only one chance left to actually just to provide you to doing a some other situation. So sometimes you might end up in unlucky departments. Like for instance, there are some randomly occasional moments where there was Bowser Jr. event. And basically what you could do right now, although granted though, there was actually a bit of an equivalent to the likes of, you remember the Wacky Watch from Mario Party 3? One of the rare items in that particular game in Mario Party 3 that allows you to actually instantly go into the last 5 turns instantly. But in this case, god damn it, we're actually playing Trash Landing again. What's up with multiple minigames we actually did play most of the time? Anyway, and other times you actually get into quite good events. Well, usually some occasional moments that you actually get yourselves. Originally, that Bowser Jr. was supposed to actually let you to get the original piece to begin with, but it turns out he actually changes into a 4-crossed road. So even then though, on the bridge for that matter. So even then though, that since the mode itself can be really quickly, it depends on how long the actual mode was. Sometimes it actually takes you about 15 to 20 minutes roughly, but then again, that's mainly due to the fact that how some of the bridge pieces can be slightly randomized. So anyway, Rail Riders. So yeah, every once in a while, just like in Battle Cup, that we're actually going to be taking part of place in 4-player minigame as well as battle minigame, because usually speaking, that sorry about that, I had a really awkward speech there, so even then though, I don't have many sort of complaints about that, but I digress though. And here we go, blasting off, in this case take off to the, you know, didn't get a new record though sadly, but even though we already got it, since we actually showcased this minigame in the unseen minigames footage. So yeah, after when you're actually trying to place those correct spawning path, it doesn't matter what I'm going to be choosing. I think I'm actually going for this one right here. So yeah, after when you place those 3 pieces, when it tries to connect it to the rocket, then the mode is pretty much over. So yeah, you see that character walking towards the center. Finish! Sorry fellas, but this rocket is mine. I will be about to be exploring the rocket out of space. To infinity and beyond! I don't know why I say that, because usually Buzz Lightyear, the character from Toy Story, always says that. Especially how it likes of how incredible the, Toy Story films were. So anyways, would I get something? Tightrope Vine, which is yet another based off of, DK Stone Statue board gimmick, but even though that was actually one time I actually constantly land on that space too many times. But even then, that's pretty much the end of the story basically. So yeah, we pretty much played all of the minigame modes of how this game offers. There are a grand total of 6 of them, so pretty self-explanatory. So anyways, join me tomorrow for more of Let's Play of Mario Party DS, is that we're about to be moving on into the final 2 stuff. We're about to be showing case how this game offers, which are puzzle mode and the gallery mode, which gallery mode might be the final part of the Let's Play. So yeah, see you guys next time. Later, fellas.